Welcome to Module 11, video number 12, how to add call to actions. So in this section of the Etsy course, we're going to be talking about call to actions that convert your customers. So let's start by defining what is a call to action. A call to action, also known as a CTA, is a statement designed to make the reader take immediate action. So the call to action that we use determines whether or not people do, in fact, take action or not. So let's talk about different ways to write an effective call to action. One, you have to define the purpose and goal of your message. Do you want more traffic? Do you want to capture leads or more customers? So for instance, if you currently have a blog that is associated with your Etsy shop and you want to capture leads, you can later market to them your products or services. As an effective call to action would be, want the latest best practices delivered straight to your inbox? Click here to subscribe to our monthly content marketing newsletter. This type of call to action will help you grow your email list and therefore have a list of people who are interested in your niche that you can target with your products and services over and over and over. You can also use a call to action to have the reader take other specified actions. For example, if you sell matching items for a particular product, you can add a call to action such as click here to view matching items. As an effective CTA will make the visitor perform the act that you're requesting immediately. So let's talk about different types of call to actions. So keep in mind the CTA should be brief and use strong verbs. So here are some examples. Buy now, learn more, click here, activate your 20% discount now, don't miss out, limited quantities available, add to cart. You should add call to actions to your meta and listing description. So a call to action basically essentially is telling the reader what to do next. So if the reader's reading something that you're selling on Etsy, you should tell them click here to learn more, click here for details, click here to buy now, but telling the reader the next step to do. And this is really going to help you with increasing your sales on Etsy. The reason why I said to add it in your listing description as well as your meta description is because the meta description is the snippet that is shown to Google. So you want to make sure that you're telling people click to learn more so they could actually land on your actual listing page. And then you want to add it also in your listing description. You could do it in listing description by different ways. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in this module. But you want to make sure that you have it in both sections. You could also do call to actions that create a sense of urgency. So if you are able to create a sense of urgency in your listing description and anywhere you market your Etsy products or services, such like social media, this is a great marketing strategy to encourage customers to act now rather than later, and therefore increases the likelihood of them buying from you at that given moment. So for example, you could use call to actions like ends tomorrow, don't delay, while supplies last, sales end soon, today only, exclusive sale, suppliers running out. So you kind of use these type of call to actions to create that sense of urgency, and majority of the time people will buy at that given moment versus just saving your or favoring your item and buying later. Another thing you have to consider when writing a call to action, it's important to tell the visitors what to expect when they click on the button or perform the action. So get started right away with our library of free Etsy worksheets, checklists, and resources, and receive occasional emails on Etsy tips. Yes, I went in. So this is an example of one of my newsletters copy. And the reason why you want to make sure that the visitor knows what to expect is because you want to give them an idea of what they're going to get by subscribing or by clicking on that particular link. And it's really important to be transparent with it. Another thing you could do is test your call to actions. In order to know which call to actions are more effective in driving you more leads, it's important that you test them out. You could do like A/B tests with multiple variants of your call to action to help measure the effectiveness of each one. And how can you implement a call to action to your Etsy store? We're going to go over the different ways that you could add a call to action to increase your overall sales dramatically. So call to actions, I think they're used very widely when it comes to sales, but for some reason on Etsy, no one really talks about them, and it's really important because they really help you get your click-through rate higher, makes people shop longer in your store, um, increases your page views, and therefore, if people are staying longer in your store, browsing your store, the likelihood of them buying from you actually increases. And this is why call to actions are very helpful for that. So you can add a call to action as an image on your listing. So I would say after the mock-up, after your main picture should be like the mock-up of whatever you're selling. After that, you could add another mock-up of your product showcasing like different variations of colors or sizes. This is from an Etsy shop that I took. It's called Weiju, and they have this as a call to action that they have. They have a picture, they sell jewelry, they have all the different colors. This is a great way to get somebody to learn what you're selling and add a type of image in there, and just making sure that you tell them, please enter your preferred birthstone months and add your personalization in the menu when you order. So that's a sort of call to action, because you're telling them, hey, did you know we have different options? We have different colors. All you have to do is just let us know what you want. So that's really nice. People see it right away. There's no confusion. So you could kind of do the same thing with whatever niche you're going to be selling. If you're going to be selling printable stickers, maybe you're going to sell different stickers of different colors. You could kind of do that as well. Any type of niche that you're going into with this course selling digital products, you could specifically add different variations of that product and let them know. Just let me know when you order or select from the menu which one you want. So it's just a great way to increase the likelihood of someone buying from you. Another form of call to action is adding an additional image, asking the buyer to tag you on Instagram. So you could tell customers, hey, share your photos with this hashtag. If you purchase from my store, share this with this hashtag. You could even offer a discount if you wanted to of some sort for the next purchase if they share on social. It's up to you, but having this is a great way to connect with the buyer, to build that relationship. If somebody was to tag you on Instagram, it's just a great feeling when a customer says, hey, I got this beautiful image or this beautiful product from this particular store, and they tagged you. It's really, really cool to be able to connect. And this is a call to action that will help you, because other people, their followers, will see where they bought the item, and that might potentially lead more traffic to your actual Instagram, more followers, and from there, more traffic back to your page, to your Etsy shop. So this form of call to action is really, really great. You could also add a link on your listing description with matching items. So this is an example that I did. So you could say matching items, click here to view all matching items. And when the person clicks there, they get all the matching items of that particular listing that they were looking at. And this is a great way to increase your sales as well, because if they're already interested, let's say on the wedding sign, but now they know that you have additional matching items that go with that particular wedding sign, that means that the one sale could turn into 10 sales later. They could probably upgrade and just buy 5 additional items that they need. So this is a spectacular way to increase your sales for sure if you have matching items that go with that particular listing. You could also add your whole Etsy homepage link at the bottom of your listing description. So when people are reading the listing description, once they finish, normally the habit of a customer is to click back. If they click back, majority of the time they leave your page and they go back to those Etsy search results where they found you. So the likelihood of them finding you again becomes less. So the fact that you could put a hyperlink at the end of your listing description that takes them back to your homepage in case they do click on it, it lets them know it basically you're keeping that customer longer in your actual Etsy store. So that's why you want to add a homepage link at the bottom of your listing description. Another thing that you want to do is add a call to action on a customer's message. So when a customer sends you a request or message of any type, close out every conversation with a call to action. So this is an example that I did. So I put, hey, Jessica, happy Monday. Yes, I can change the verbatim for the sign. If you're still interested, please go ahead and purchase the sign. Leave me the exact verbatim on note to seller. Thanks for considering my shop for your design. I can't wait to get started on it. So I didn't just answer and said, yes, I could do it for you and left it alone. I answered, yes, I could do it for you. I could change it verbatim. So I confirmed, right, what she wanted. I recap what she wanted. And then I told her, if you're still interested, go ahead and purchase. So I told her what to do. Go ahead and purchase the sign. Leave me the verbatim. Tell me what you want on the sign, and I will get started on it right away. So I'm telling her what to do, technically. I'm telling her, go ahead and buy it. Leave me, the information that you want on it. And I can't wait to get started on it. That's awesome. That's what you want to do on every single one. You don't want to leave that open-ended question. You want to just tell them, hey, just go ahead and purchase and I'll take care of the rest. This gives the customer experience like comfortable. They feel trustworthiness. They feel like, okay, this person's going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and place the order right now. And they'll go ahead and buy from you. So always, every conversation we have with a customer, always end it with a call to action, telling the customer what to do next and what they should expect from you. This is a great example of one. Now, adding call to actions to your shop announcement is another great way to kind of increase your revenue as well. This is my announcement, and I say, hey, welcome to my Etsy shop. I am Nancy. Nice to meet you. Do you currently struggle with sales? Are you having a hard time finding your target audience? Are you passionate about your handmade items but don't have a strategy in place to take your shop to the next level? No worries. You are in the right place. Let me do a video review of your Etsy shop to suggest changes you should apply to your shop. Don't wait any longer. Get your critique today. So I'm telling them what to do. I'm telling them, get your critique today. I'm putting that in their brains. So that's kind of what you want to do. You could twist it and change it to your own verbatim. You could say, hey, are you a bride getting married soon? We are the one-stop shop for weddings. Make sure that you browse around. We have everything and anything you need. If you need something customized, if you need something personalized, we are the shop for you. We can match your wedding colors. We could pretty much do any design you want. I mean, you could kind of like word it that way. But you see what I mean? When you say it that way, people are like, wow, I love this shop. Let me look around. So that's technically what you want to do with the call to action when you add it in your shop announcement. Now, you could also do call to actions in your About Me section. And I have that as well. It's similar to the one I just read. And I have the same thing on the bottom. I have, if you have any questions and concerns, feel free to message me on Etsy. I look forward in helping you. Don't wait any longer to get results. Take action today. So those are my call to actions. If they have questions, message me. I don't mind, if I have to go back and forth with someone explaining my services or how I could help them grow their Etsy store. But adding these little things everywhere in your store really makes a difference. It makes you sound like you're eager for their business. You're eager to help them out. You're eager to help them with whatever your niche is about. So make sure next time you write your About Me section, you think about not only providing your story and who you are, but also making sure that you put in those call to actions so the customer could take the next level and go ahead and buy from you. You could tell customers to favor an item. That's another call to action. So you could say, favor this item. The reason why you want people to favor an item or favor your shop is because anytime that you add new listings to your store, these customers get notifications that your store added new listings. So that's free advertising. You don't get charged for that. So if 300 people favor your shop this month, and every day you added a new listing, that means every day 300 people are getting notified that you added new products to your store. So having this as an image and having a little arrow pointing to the heart or telling people favor my shop is just another great call to action to increase the likelihood of that person returning back because they get a notification that you added new things in your store or you did new updates on your store. So that's another great call to action. Asking customers to favorite your shop. So we just talked about that. So, saying thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't hesitate to message me with any questions or concern. And please don't forget to favorite the shop so you can stay updated with any new products and services. You could add this to the shop announcement if you want. You could add this to every single message that people download, like a digital product. Automatically, they get a message. You could send that to them. It's a great way to keep them coming back, especially if they favorite your store. Like I just said, every single time you add something new, they're going to get a notification. So let's do a recap. Make sure that you define the purpose and goal of your messages. So whenever you're doing a call to action, make sure that you define what you're doing. So if you are writing a listing description and you're sharing it on social media like Facebook, don't just put, hey, I just made this beautiful wedding sign and then put a picture of it. Don't do that. Make sure that you say, hey guys, if you know anyone getting married or if you are getting married, make sure that you click here to shop on my new wedding store that I just opened. I have beautiful designs, I personalize items. Like, make sure that you kind of like word it that way. You're telling the customer, hey, these are my items. Click here to learn more. Click here to view my shop. Don't ever post anything on social media without a link to your shop and without a call to action. I see a lot of people that will post a picture, but if somebody wants to go and shop at your store, they can't even find a link nowhere. So make sure that you have a defined purpose of what's your intent. When you're sharing on social media, your intent is to send customers back to your store. When you have customers in your store, what's your intent? Your intent is for them to buy at the moment. Your intent is for them, even if they don't buy, to favor something in your store. That way they could get reminders of your store all the time, but always have a purpose and goal in mind. The call to action should be brief and use strong verbs that we talked about. Use CTAs that create a sense of urgency, like hurry and, offer and soon, things like that. When writing a call to action, it's also important to tell visitors what to expect, right? When they click on the button or perform the action. So like I just said, if you're sharing something on social media, you should say, hey, check out my new wedding shop on Etsy. Click here to learn more. You should tell them what to expect. Don't just put a link and nobody knows if they click there what they're going to be viewing or what to expect. So make sure that they understand and test your call to actions. Try different ones and see which ones do you get more clicks from. Do you get more clicks from when you say, click here to learn more? Or do you get more clicks when you say offers end soon? Or do you get more clicks when you said a different verbatim? And whatever works for you, for your particular niche, use those call to actions. Don't start that way you could always know that you're going to be driving consistent traffic back from whatever you shared, or at least consistent traffic inside your actual Etsy store, because now people are not just viewing one page and leaving, they're actually viewing that page and clicking on the other links and viewing other matching items or staying longer in your store. So I hope you enjoy this call to action video, and I will see you on the next one.